Hi, this video won't be only a review of this sneaker. It will also be my personal experience about the concept of the shoe. This is a video about legacy. My first ever sneaker drop in person as a camp out and everything else we were doing in the 2010s was the release of the Jordan 1 Off-White in the University Blue Colorway in 2018. I was underage and I had to ask my mom to come with me to tag along essentially during the whole rollout of the sneaker, and in the end we just said okay, not really worth it, so we just ditched the event. Some days ago I just walked into the same store after almost exactly 8 years, and I bought for retail a shoe that I could only dream about when I was 17. This was actually quite a surprise for me. These as the first thing you will notice are not Off-White branded. These are Virgil Ablow's archives, and every other instance of Off-White branding has been completely removed. There is an incredible interview made with Complex about the reason why they decided to release this shoe now and why they choose the white colorway. Essentially, the first ever Jordan 1 that Virgil Abloh worked on with Nike was this white Air Jordan 1, and he started to tear it apart. Then he later decided to drop the Chicago colorway. The first Jordan 1 he worked on was a triple white one. I always loved this triple whitish colorway, and yeah, I think these are perfect. These are by far my favorite colorway of all of the Jordan 1 Off-White releases that have dropped so far. These are basically the re-release of the original Alaska one that I think was an European exclusive, or at least at some point it was. For those who are wondering, this runs through to size. So because I'm a size 9, I just went with a size 9. As every Nike model, they are not wide foot friendly, but honestly, I could not care less. I'm not going to do any weird activity in these shoes. I'm not going to skate in them at the moment. This is just your standard Air Jordan 1. Some images I want to show you is how they are meant to age. Virgil really intended for this shoe to age like fine wine. They just look perfect. I just love how these are meant to age regardless of use. I don't think I need to go through every single aspect of difference between this shoe and a normal Jordan 1. I mean, if you think back to 2017 when the Chicago colorway dropped, this was one of the most covered sneaker in all of YouTube. I think that even the original Alaska colorway has the same exact details minus the Off-White ones of this one. It's simply incredible. One thing I didn't know this sneaker had was this double layer of leather in the toe cap, and this is not something that Nike does quite often, not even in some Nike SB ones, because they love to chip out on materials usually. And I think was also Virgil's idea of reversing the shoe from the inside out. The thing I really like about this release, and the only reason why I'm not upset that they decided to bring them back, because honestly I would be fine without never ever getting to own a pair. If they just did a re-release, it would just be without taste. But what Nike did was something I didn't really expected from them, and that is the storytelling. So this is the shoebox. This is the heaviest, absolutely heaviest shoebox I ever owned. They don't open from the top, or they don't have this easy thing where you have pull out. They have this cutout over obviously the holes, but they have this cutout where you can really see the hard cardboard box, which is very thick. You have your storage thing, plastic thing with where there were the shoes. I love the detail that they still put the tag even though they are not Off-White, with the Virgil Abloh archive. Thank you for bringing this back. I hope nobody in 2025 will go around with these shoes with a zip tie still attached to the sneaker. I wouldn't go around with that. Regardless, this is incredible. This is the whole interior of the package. I love that they went for this archive, almost like clear plastic boxes that were very popular in 2018. This is almost like a time capsule of that era, and it is done very tastefully, honestly. Also, I paid 200 euros, which is not that much, honestly. If you think about it, you could have sold this for 250 euros. I think the ones that work at Virgil Abloh Archives know what they are doing, and they do not want to disrespect the memory of Virgil. I'm glad to them. Thank you so much. The thing that I love the most, so there is this piece of fabric that when you just pull reveals, or it just gets out, the book that is included with this release. I've read everything that was inside of this book, and this is also why this video took quite a while to come out, and I know I'm almost a month late, but I really wanted to feel this sneaker, to think about it. I don't want to rush a review just because it will get late and old and everybody else would have just watched other YouTubers. I want to actually know what we are talking about. If I wanted to do an early review, I would have done an early review, but this is not the whole point of my video. I've always reviewed the thing that I liked, so I don't think I'm gonna stop now. This is what's supposed to be Virgil's sketchbook, and it's done very tastefully. I love his designs. Obviously, these are printed images, not real Virgil Abloh's paint and everything. But this is just incredible. I truly love this. This is not a mindless re-release. This is truly something that was thought out with a soul and most importantly with a heart. As some of you may know, I've freshly graduated from my master in architecture, and seeing how two artists and architects like Virgil Abloh and Tom Sachs think and operate is truly magnificent. It's funny how some of the most hyped up sneakers are from two architects. Also, let's not forget that also Tinker Hatfield is an architect. I won't say that I choose architecture because of Virgil or Tom Sachs, or that would be just false. But surely Virgil was someone I truly looked up to. Bringing back his shoes without any trace of his soul or art would have been distasteful. Weirdly, Nike did the right thing. I don't know what Nike will do with the Virgil Abloh archive. I think the next opportunity will be or to drop the Canary Yellow, only time will tell. To quote my video, nobody cares about your sneakers anymore. I'm glad the true sneakerheads remained at this point. Maybe some scalpers, but mainly and mostly sneakerheads. The resell of this is literally half of what he used to go for, and I don't think it is because of all of the pairs that he made. Also, this was still kind of pretty limited. And it is weird to look at my sneaker collection and to see pairs I only dreamed about owning, like the Marciard and now a pair of Jordan 1 for Virgil Abloh. And I never could have imagined going from the one who watches the video about reviews to actually do a review of this sneaker. And now that my younger self's dream have finally been achieved, it is time to look into the future. So yeah, that was it. Enjoy.